This story is titled Dad Left Me His Trash Gas Station. Now my siblings are big mad over the $200 million secret. Hey everyone, before we dive into today's video, I need a quick favor. We've noticed the channel's been losing some momentum, and one of the best ways you can help is by subscribing. It's fast, free, and makes a huge difference in helping us keep creating awesome content. Your support means everything. Let's keep this channel growing together. Thanks so much. And now, let's get into the video. Yo, what's good, fam? Buckle up, cause I'm spilling some straight-up wild tea from our /pro revenge that's got my head spinning. Picture this. Some dude named Jake, 32, long-time lurker, first-time poster, drops a bomb at, 3 a.m. Dad left me his trash-ass gas station, and now my bougie sisters are clawing to steal the $200 million secret buried under it. Bro, what? This ain't no cap. This is Reddit drama on steroids, and I'm serving it up hot for the next 30 minutes. Jake's chilling in this small-town dump, grinding at his dad's beat-up station since he was a teen, pumps half-dead, sign peeling, the works. Dad, a Vietnam vet badass, keels over 3 months ago, leaving Jake with this worthless shack and his old dog Baxter, while his sisters, Olivia and Sophia, get a measly $75,000 each. These chicks? Big city flexers, an attorney and a banker, who ditched town years ago, laughing at Jake for sticking with the old man. They roll up to the will reading and matching Gucci fits, smirking like they're about to split a fortune, but when Jake gets the station, they lose it, that dump. Dad's senile. Then they try buying it off him for $20,000, like he's some broke simp. But Jake's like, nah, fam, this is Dad's legacy. And here's the kicker. He finds hints of something huge under the dirt, $200M huge, and now his sisters are pulling every shady move to snatch it. If you're here for sibling beef and secret treasure vibes, smash that like button now. This tea's too juicy to scroll past. Ever had fam try to flex on you like that? Drop it below. I'm nosy as hell. Let's dive in. This glow-up's unreal. Yo, fam, let's kick this Reddit tea off right, way before the $200 million plot twist and the sisters showdown. Jake, 32, drops his story on our /pro revenge like, been grinding at Dad's gas station since I was a scrawny teen with a learner's permit. Dad was the real deal Vietnam vet, built like a tank, cussing out life till he was 75. Jake's typing. He'd wrestle those janky pumps like they owed him rent. Pure OG energy. The station's this beat-up relic on a dead-end road, 2 pumps that spit more rust than gas, a garage stacked with oil cans older than me, signs so faded it's basically a memory. Dad ran it like a war zone, 18-hour shifts, no breaks, no fancy shit, just grit. Meanwhile, Jake's sisters, Olivia, 38, and Sophia, 35, ditched their small-town roots faster than you can say bypass. Olivia's out in Chicago, some corporate attorney flexing high-rises and designer bags, while Sophia's banking big in NYC, copping Vaki homes and Tesla vibes. They'd roll in once-a-year Christmas, if you're lucky, smirking at Jake like, bro, you still stuck in Dad's junkyard? But Jake? He didn't bounce. He's like, I was Dad's right hand, keeping books when his eyes went blurry, wrenching engines when his arthritis turned his hands to mush. Mom checked out when he was in college, cancer hit hard, left no time for goodbyes, so someone had to hold it down. My sisters weren't about that life, he writes. I'd be up at midnight, balancing his ledger, then crashing for engineering classes, dreaming of NASCAR engines while fixing flat tires. He wanted out, designing F1 beasts, living that fast lane glow-up, but Dad needed him, and Jake's not the type to dip. I'd stumble in from night school, covered in grease, thinking, this ain't the plan, he says, but Dad's grin when I'd fix a carburetor? Worth it. Olivia and Sophia? Ghosted. Never called on his birthday. Never sent a you good text. Too busy stacking their LinkedIn flexes. Jake's out here hauling Dad to doc visits, popping pills into his shaky hands, keeping the station afloat when bills piled up like bad TikTok trends. I learned every trick from him, he writes. How to scam a pump into working, how to talk a customer out of a fight. Shit, even how to laugh when the power got cut. Dad wasn't just some old dude clinging to a failing biz. This was his kingdom, his fight. Jake's like, they called it a money pit. I called it his soul. Then boom, 3 months back, Dad strokes out, gone quick. Jake's left with Baxter, this creaky golden retriever with a gray snout, and a station that's one storm from collapsing. His sisters? They're about to swoop in, thinking they've got the bag locked. But nah. Fam, this tea's about to brew some next-level chaos. The will's coming, and it's gonna slap him sideways. Don't bounce. This is just the warm-up for the real spill. Alright, fam, shit's hitting the fan now. Dads will reading last week, and Jake's sisters are ready to cash in like it's Black Friday. Olivia and Sophia strut in, dripping in matching black designer drip. Think Gucci shades, Prada bags, outfits screaming, I make more in a month than this town's GDP. They're huddled up, whispering about how they'll divvy up Dad's savings. I'll take the lake cabin. You get the cash, like it's already in the bag. Jake's chilling in the corner, rocking his faded Carhartt jacket, grease stains on lock, with Baxter sprawled out at his feet, snoring through the vibes. The lawyer, some crusty old dude who'd snagged catfish with Dad, cracks open the will, voice flat as a dead battery. To my daughters, Olivia and Sophia, I leave $75,000 each. Pin drop silence. Olivia's mid-smirk face glitches out. That's IT, she yelps, blinking like she's stuck in a laggy Zoom call. Sophia's jaw clenches, but she's too slick to snap, yet. Then the mic drop lands. To my son Jake, I leave my gas station business, all property, structures, and contents therein, plus my dog Baxter. Cue the chaos. Olivia snorts so loud it echoes. The gas station? That condemned-ass heap from the Jurassic era? Sophia leans on the counter, all fake shill vibes. Look, Jake, I get it. You think this dumps some sentimental flex, but it's a straight-up liability. Regulations will eat you alive. Olivia jumps in, playing the soft sell. You're smart, bro. Always have been. Dad was a dreamer, but you don't gotta grind yourself into the dirt like he did. Let us help you out. Then the pitch drops. Take $20,000. Bounce. No stress. No mess. Jake's staring at him, like, help? Y'all didn't even send Dad a happy birthday text. Miss me with that fake-ass concern. For a split second, he wavers. $20K ain't life-altering, but it's a one-way ticket out of this nowhere town. New crib, maybe a real gig where he's not unclogging pumps at midnight. A chance to flex that engineering degree he bled for. He writes, I could almost taste it. No more late-night oil spills. No more. Scraping by. But then it hits him. While they were out stacking law degrees and Wall Street bonuses, I was stacking hours with Dad. Fixing engines, balancing books, keeping his dream breathing. This station? It's a relic. Pumps that wheeze like they're on life support. Garage reeking of decades of grease. Sign Dad swore he'd repaint, but never got to. To them, it's trash. To Jake, it's legacy. They don't get it. He types, and they never will. The sisters storm out, fuming. Dad lost his damn mind. Jake played him by sticking around. Jake heads back to the station. His now, Baxter hobbling behind, tail wagging slow. It's a ghost town vibe. Pumps creaking in the wind, garage stacked with rusty tools, faded signs swinging like it's ready to quit. Baxter's at the door, looking for Dad, then up at Jake with these big, confused eyes. I hugged him tight, Jake writes, and it hit me. We're in this shit together now. That week, he's drowning, grieving dog, broke-ass biz, and sisters spamming family meeting texts like they're suddenly Team Jake. He's digging through Dad's office receipts, invoices, a whole-ass time capsule, when he spots something sus, docs with blue checks, a survey map with Dad's handwriting. He was cooking something big, Jake says. This tea's bubbling. Fam. Next part's where the claws really come out. Don't sleep on this. All right, fam. Jake's knee-deep in this mess now. Baxter's drooling under Dad's desk while he's tearing through 40 years of paperwork like a man possessed. He's flipping through faded receipts, greasy invoices, shit's a time capsule of Dad's grind. When he hits gold, a hidden drawer stash. Old photo album, gas station in its 70s prime, Mom and Dad rocking bell-bottoms, grinning like they just won the lotto. Then, boom, dozens of pics of the overgrown land out back. X's and measurements scribbled in Dad's Sharpie, one with him, and some suit, holding weird sci-fi gear. On the back, initial confirmation with Steve M, promising. Jake's like, who the hell's Steve M? Confirmation of what? Next morning, he's out there, boots sinking in mud, weeds slapping his face, brambles clawing his jeans, poking at this rusted metal chunk buried under vines. Looked like old drilling rigs, he writes, but Dad never breathed a word about drilling. What's this dude hiding? Then Olivia's BMW roars up. Jake scrambles to the front, not about to let her peek at his cards. She steps out, all hey bro, staring at him like he's a grease stain on her $500 kicks. We're upping it. $35K for this dump, she says, waving at the station like it's a biohazard, her designer clutch glued to her ribs. Jake's like, not selling. She cackles, full-on villain laugh. Jake, be real. What are you doing with this failing-ass shack? You're one late rent from eviction. He snaps back. It's not cash, it's dad. She smirks. Everything's cash. You're just too green to see it. Baxter limps out, muddy from digging out back, and Olivia's nose wrinkles like she smelled a landfill. That dog's done. Put him down already. Jake's fists clench. He's family. More than you'll ever be. She flinches but doubles down. This place is a grave. We're saving you. We'll be back. 2 days later, bam, legal papers slap his doorstep. Olivia and Sophia are suing, claiming dad was loopy when he wrote the will, that Jake tricked him by mooching off his dime. Truth? Dad redid it 5 years back post-heart attack. Jake didn't even know till now. Lawyers like, your old man called it. They've got deep pockets. This'll get ugly. Then Sophia rolls in with some gel-slick suit, dropping $100,000, way up from $35,000. She's all, take it, Jake. This land's a bust. Cleanup's more than it's worth. Suit guys pitching community revitalization, some corporate buzzword salad, but Jake's not biting. This road's been dead since the bypass 15 years ago. Why you sweating it now? Sophia smirks. I know people, all cryptic and smug. They dip, and Jake clocks a dude snapping pics of the back lot. Bolts when he's spotted. Jake hops in his truck, tails him. Dude weaves through town like a pro, lands at some sketchy strip mall office. Frosted windows, no sign. They've been scooping up half the town on the low, Jake writes. Something's under this dirt, and they're thirsty as hell for it. The tea's boiling over, fam. Jake's got SUS piling up, and his sisters are swinging hard. Next part? He's digging, literally, for the truth. Don't bounce. This is about to get real. Yo, fam. Jake's at his wits' end now. Sisters slamming him with lawsuits. Some creepy dude snapping pics of his back lot like it's a crime scene. And the station's creaking like it's one bad storm from turning into rubble. He's typing on r/pro revenge. I was straight up drowning. Baxter's my only ride or die. And even he's hobbling through this chaos. Olivia's $35,000 offer spiking. Sophia's tossing $100,000 like it's loose change from her Birkin, and the town's piling on like vultures. Landlord hits him up out of nowhere. Yo, got a complaint you're running a biz from your apartment. 30 days to bounce. Jake's like, bro, I'm not. What the actual fuck? Then the mayor, Sophia's high school ex who peaked at prom, drops a bomb. Code violations at the station. Inspectors swarm in, all yellow vests and clipboards, barely glancing at the pumps but digging up the back lot, scooping soil into baggies, snapping pics like it's CSI. Jake's grilling him, what's this about? They mumble, routine environmental check, and dip, total bullshit. 3 months ago, this place was chill, he writes. Now it's a hazard overnight? He's spiraling hard. No cash, no pad. Sister's trying to bury me 6 feet. One night, he's slumped on the station's busted couch, Baxter curled up whining, and the walls start closing in. I couldn't shake it, he types. No money for a lawyer, sisters flexing their deep pockets. Maybe I'm just some dumbass holding on to dad's ghost. That $100,000 starts glowing. New city, new crib, no more wrestling pumps that leak more gas on his boots than in tanks. He's dreaming of a real engineering gig. Blueprints, not grease. Maybe even a desk job where he's not dodging bill collectors at 2 a.m. I could taste it, he writes. Freedom, no more hustling for a biz that's bleeding me dry. But then it stabs him. Selling's like tossing dad's whole life in the trash. Every late night, every oil-stained handshake. Baxter nudges his hand. Gray muzzle, hips creaking. But those big, trusting eyes hit different. He stared at me like I wasn't done. Jake says, like dad didn't leave me this to quit. That's the spark. He's not folding. Okay, fam. Jake's past the breaking point. Safe's cracked open. Sisters are throwing legal haymakers. And he's got this gut punch that dad's hiding more than a broke-ass gas station. He's like, fuck sitting around. I'm digging. He snags a shovel, stomps out to the back lot where Baxter's been obsessed. Knee-high weeds, brambles snagging his flannel like nature's fighting back. I was swinging that shovel like a madman, he writes, dirt flying, sweat soaking me, every muscle screaming to quit. 3 hours in the dark, flashlight wobbling between his teeth, he's a mess, boots caked, shirt sticking to his back. Then bam, he hits it, a concrete slab buried under decades of overgrowth. Not some random chunk, he types, it's a hatch, rusted padlock staring me down like a final boss. He's panting, staring at it, heart thumping, what the hell's Dad stashing down there? Then it clicks, that key from the filing cabinet, taped with Dad's cryptic, when the time comes note. He bolts to his truck, fumbles it out, hands shaky, dirt under his nails, jams it in the lock. Click, padlock pops like it's been waiting 40 years. Felt like Dad handed it to me himself, he writes. He grips the hatch, Russ groans, fighting him hard. He braces his boots, yanks with everything he's got. Metal screeches, dust explodes, and for a sec, he thinks it'll snap off and leave him flat. Then it gives a rush of stale, musty air smacks him, concrete steps dropping into pitch black. My stomach flipped, he says. This ain't no storage shed. This is some next-level shit. He creeps down, flashlight slicing through cobwebs and dust, bam, an 8x10 bunker, cold as a morgue. Filing cabinets line the walls, rust creeping up their edges, and an old desk sits in the corner, battery lamp flickering like Dad just walked out 5 minutes ago. This wasn't random, Jake types. This was Dad's secret HQ, built to stay buried. He's rifling through, maps with red sharp as circles, deeds stacked like a paper fortress, geological reports full of nerd speak he can't decode. Then he spots it, a yellowed newspaper clipping tucked in a folder, lithium deposits hitting nearby states, late 70s. Next to it, Dad's note, confirmed presence, now the waiting game. Lithium, he writes, that battery juice for iPhones and Teslas? Dad was on this. More papers, 40 acres of land deeds, mineral rights locked tight, even second mortgages on their old house to fund it. He wasn't just clinging to a failing pump, Jake says, he was stacking a damn empire on the down low. Then Mom's journals drop, 1992 entry, Frank's playing the long game. Girls bitch about no Vakis, no new Nikes, but someday this pays off. She was in on it, gave up everything for Dad's vision. I sat there, her handwriting burning my eyes, he writes, feeling like a dick forever doubting him. Then Baxter growls topside, Jake scrambles up, flashlight swinging, catches a shadow bolting from the tree line. Yo, who's creeping? He hollers, dude's gone. Next morning, lawyers like, sisters filed an injunction, can't touch the land. Too late, Jake's already neck deep. Black SUV rolls up, 2 suits, government vibes, flashing vague badges, resource assessment, blah blah. He plays dumb, they dip, leaving a card. Olivia calls an hour later. Those guys? My developer's crew, watch yourself. He's like, wait, you snitching now? She slips. Why's a dead-end shack worth $250,000? Jake's mind races. They know something big. The dirt's talking, fam, secrets spilling left and right. Next part's where it all clicks. Don't sleep on this. Next play, Dad's safe, steel monster bolted in the office. Dad's sacred vault he'd guard with a shotgun glare, always joking it held retirement plans. Jake's punched every combo he knows. Birthdays, anniversaries, Mom's death date. Nada. Sister's threats echo in his head. Take the cash, or we'll ruin you. He's like, screw it. If Dad bet on me, I'm cracking this beast. 3 hours in, flashlight clenched in his teeth, knuckles raw from twisting. He's about to yeet it through a window. Then it clicks. June 15th, 1972, day Dad bought the station. Bam, safe swings open. No stacks of cash, no gold bars, just a thick folder stamped property assets, a small box of keys, and a dusty thumb drive. He's trembling, flipping through. Deeds, maps, surveys piling up. Dad didn't just own this dump, he writes. He'd been snagging land around it. 40 acres over decades. For a station that can't pay its electric? Seuss level maxed out. He shoots old surveys to a geologist homie. Dude squints. These markers could be huge, but I need more. Jake's like, huge how? No clear answer, just a tease. Might be worth bank. Every step's a cliffhanger, but he's locked in. Dad was cooking something massive, he types, and I'm not letting it slip. Sisters think they've got him on the ropes, but he's swinging back. Next part's where he digs deep. This tease straight fire, Fam, don't bounce, cause Jake's about to flip the script. Alright, fam, Jake's in Dad's bunker, knee-deep in dust and secrets, and Olivia's shady $250K for a shack calls got him on edge. He's like, they're hiding something. I'm peeling this onion. He dives back in, filing cabinets creaking, papers flying, spots a locked metal box wedged under one, no key in sight. Next morning, he's at a locksmith's, pacing like a fiend while the dude pops it open in 10 seconds flat. Easy, the guy grunts. Inside, a fat stack of docs and a crisp geological report, way newer than the 70s scraps. Jake's hands shake as he scans it. Numbers, nerd jargon, then BM, confirmed high-grade lithium reserves, estimated market value $200 million. $200M, he writes, under MY dirt. Lithium, battery juice for phones, EVs, the shit powering the world right now. Dad clocked this decades ago, he types. Tech wasn't there, so he sat on it. Genius move. Every land grab, every mineral right. Dad was stacking a jackpot on the low. Then the real sleigh drops, a trust doc, 5 years old, locking the whole 40 acres and rights in Jake's name, separate from the will. Sisters can sue till their Gucci falls off, he says. This bitch is untouchable. USB drive next, videos boot up. 1979, Dad, all young and hyped by the drilling rig. Initial results with Steve. If this hits, it's game over for us. Last clip, 6 months back. Dad, gray and tired but eyes sharp. Jake, you're here 'cause you figured it out. You get patience. Your sisters chase quick cash. This is yours. Don't let him snatch it. Jake's bawling. Watched it 20 times. Baxter's head on my lap like he felt it too. Lawyers on the phone. Trust's ironclad. Dad made you earn it. He knew your sisters would flip. Steve M., old mining buddy turned developer rat, spilled to Sophia's crew after Dad bit it. That's why they're feral. Jake writes. They sniff the bag. He's not folding, starts a company, names it after Dad, locks 65% ownership with mining pros running the tech. Using Dad's low-impact plans, he says, he'd been sketching this forever. Old man was a visionary. Word leaks, sisters go full aggro. Lawsuits, injunctions, all crash and burn. Judge legit cackles, him out of court. Then it gets grimy. Arson try on the station. Security snuffs it. Jake's crib hit twice. Local paper drops a hit piece. Lithium will poison us. Sophia's anonymous source BS. They even try snagging Baxter. 75 pounds of pissed-off pups sent that clown running, he writes. Olivia rolls up. Fake tears on deck. I didn't know about the break-ins. Let's run this together. Like Dad wanted. Jake's like, funny. Dad's trust says you get zilch. Nice try. Sophia switches to threats. I'll leak Dad's dirt to the press. He laughs. What? His yelling at Tom Brady. Good luck. Jake's glowing up hard. Fam. $200M empire in his grip. Sisters eating dust. From grease monkey to kingpin, he types. Dad set me up to slay. This is peak vibes. Next part's the cherry on top. Don't dip, 'cause the tea's still piping. Yo, fam. Jake's on top now. $200M lithium empire locked in. Sisters scrambling in the wreckage of their own flex. He's typing. Went from grease-stained nobody to holding Dad's master plan. This glow-up's unreal. His company's rolling. Named after Dad. 65% his. Mining pros digging up that sweet battery juice with the low-impact tech Dad sketched out decades ago. Old man wasn't just dreaming, he writes. He was blueprinting the future. Words out, sisters lose it. Throwing every legal jab they've got, contesting the trust, claiming air rights. Judge shuts it down, laughing in their faces. Trust's tighter than a vault. You'll got nothing. Olivia pivots, shows up at Jake's new crib. Tears on tap. All soft. I didn't know about the break-ins, bro. Let's run this together, like Dad wanted. Jake's like, nah, Dad's vids say you're cut. Nice crocodile tears, though. She's shook. You're picking money over fam? He fires back. You picked cash over Dad years ago. Bye. Sophia goes darker, blows up his phone. This is Dad's legacy. Share it. Then switches to threats. I'll drag his name to the mud. Press lead it up. Jake's cackling. What is Pat's rants? Spill that tea. I dare you. It gets nasty. Arson try on the station gets snagged by security cams. Jake's old crib hit twice. Local rag runs a hit piece. Lithium will kill the town. All Sophia's a non-source BS. They even try snatching Baxter. 75 pounds of loyal chaos chase that fool off, he writes. My boy's a tank. Jake's unbothered. they're flailing, and I'm just vibing. Olivia's last plea flops, Sophia's threats fizzle, trust holds like steel. They thought they'd bully me out, he says, but Dad built this for me to win. Town flips quick. Same mayor who dropped fake violations now flexes. I've always backed local biz. Neighbors who ghosted Jake for years? Suddenly sliding into his DMs with barbecue invites. Funny how $200 million changes the vibe, he types, fake loves loud. Jake's living station still is base, but he's pimped it out. New pumps, neon sign dadded love, Baxter chilling on a custom bed. Kept the garage, he writes, gonna tinker engines like I always wanted. NASCAR dreams ain't dead. Sisters? Crashing hard, Sophia's developer friends ditch her when the trust holds. Olivia's stuck eating her own lawyer fees. Heard they're beefing over who lost more, Jake says, karma's a savage. Takeaway, fam? Real ones grind through the mud, fakes chase the shine and flop. Jake's like, Dad didn't just leave me cash, he left me guts. Stick it out, stack your receipts, and watch the clowns fall. He's not some fairy tale rich boy, still me, just with a bigger sandbox, he writes. Baxter's my CFO now. Ever had fam try to snake your W? Spill that tea below. I'm all ears. This glow-up's a mood. $200M under a worthless shack, sister's big mad, and Jake slaying. Smash that like if you're Team Jake. Sub if you're hooked on Reddit revenge vibes. Next drop's gonna be just as lit. Catch y'all later. This tea's served.